Okay, so now this meeting is going to be live streamed on YouTube, and I'm also going to record it. So I just want to welcome you guys, and as I said before I started recording, that I will, as people come into the meetup, I'll go ahead and admit you, but I'm going to start the topic on crystals, coaching cards and crystals, so that we can get going and stay timely with everything. So first of all, welcome to this sacred circle. I'm going to call in coming together today to create a sacred, space for openness and shared intention. And we're here to explore the transformative power of crystals and our personal development in using them. So we're going to take a few minutes first to connect with ourselves and each other and the universe. And in doing so, I want you to just get grounded and feel your feet, stay in a comfortable position, whatever that is for you, and feel your ground beneath your feet, beneath you, anchoring to Mother Earth, grounding into that beautiful dirt garden energy, and fill your lungs entirely with breath, this beautiful air coming inside you. And exhale and release any tension you might be carrying. Just feel rooted and grounded, knowing that you can hold this space sacredly with openness and a shared intention. Imagine your body as you're grounded, growing roots deep into the earth, pulling up this loving energy into your space, into your body. Now, if you do have a crystal, now's the time to hold it in your hands. So for me, I wear crystals, but I also have a rose quartz crystal. It looks kind of white in this video, but it is pink. And you can put that in your hand, in your lap, and feel its weight, its texture, its energy. Just connect with that crystal and imagine the light emanating from the crystal, filling the room and encircling everyone on this call. Feel its unique vibrations attuning to your own energy. So while you're here in the collective, it's also you're here just for yourself. So as you continue to hold your crystal, let's set an intention for today's circle. So close your eyes and ask yourself, what area in my personal development am I focusing on? Why do I want to know more about crystals? Let that intention fill your thoughts. Feel the crystal you're holding, if you have one that you're holding, and fill that intention within this video and in the room you're in. And just now repeat silently or softly, I am open to the wisdom of the crystals. I invite transformation into my life for my highest good. As we breathe in deeply, just one more time, absorbing the collective energy that we've created and the intentions we've set. Slowly open your eyes. And we're now ready to begin our sacred circle of exploration, learning and transformation. And just thank you for your presence and your intentions in this shared sacred space. Thank you. So you guys who may not know me, I'm Joella Newman. I am a life and business coach. I love coaching, but I love also bringing in oracle or tarot cards in my coaching and crystals. And it is my personal passion to work with crystals. I can't own enough, and Often it's like my husband says, "You have another delivery." So yes, I'm a rock hound. A friend of mine introduced me to crystals. Gosh, I've been doing crystals for a decade easily, but she really reintroduced me to crystals, and I just fell in love with them. So today, what I wanted to do is really impart with you colors of crystals, and I'm going to work through the chakra all the way up through the chakras. So starting with red crystals, why are red crystals important in what we're doing in life? They really, when you want to select a red crystal, it's all about charging energy and having courage and passion. It's a grounding stone, and it's one that really imbues action. So if you had to correlate that with an oracle card, or I'll use tarot cards. Some people say tarot, I say tarot, but they're all the same. So if I had to choose a red crystal, that might correlate or correspond to the Knight of Fire, right? Someone who's like, take action now. You're passionate about where you're going. You're passionate on your topic, things like that. So some of the examples of red crystals might be red tiger's eye. Now, a red tiger's eye can help you increase your personal courage to take something on. And as we move forward, I might do a whole hour on this too, is the animal totem to a red tiger's eye is gorilla. So just think of the gorilla, the strength, the courage, but also the softness that they have, right? The ability to communicate. So red tiger's eye can be one where you think of, yes, I want the internal fortitude to go forward in whatever I'm looking to do. Carnelian is right. Carnelian is a passionate
I have a few.
stone, right? They're beautiful. They're a deep orange stone. But they're reddish, and so that kind of energy kind of takes you over the hump of, okay, can I step forward into this? Can I take on this task? Things like that. So jasper, red jasper, it helps with your insight. It transforms your life with your beliefs, right? Some of our biggest sabotages, probably the most prevalent, is our mind chatter, the self-sabotage. So red jasper can help quiet that sabotage and help you be a little bit more assertive with others and stopping procrastination. So if you're a procrastinator, red jasper might be something that you want to carry with you in your pocket. Another stone might be garnet, where it's stirring love, right? Because when you think of red, you do think of passion, Valentine's Day, and things like that. So it's, how do you pursue your heart's desire? It helps promote your own self-esteem, and maybe controls anger and jealousy, right? That can happen too. So you want to think about the garnet as kind of settling down some of that negative energy of passion, the jealousy and anger that you might feel in a relationship, and ease that a little bit so that you can then begin again to communicate a little bit better. There's so many things to cover. So if I will go probably fast, but if I do, don't worry, I am recording this, so you will get this in your emails. But ruby is another beautiful red stone, and that really works. It can help you focus on your spirit guides and teachers, such as Jesus or your other god or goddess that you might want to have an affiliation or a relationship with. So it really helps your spiritual practice in terms of making sure that you're connected with all that is, right? So you can use ruby around spring equinox to it's kind of like Easter or the Ostara holiday for the Wiccan family, but for Christians, it's really Easter and looking at the resurrection and connecting with your holy belief system. So they can, it's an element of fire, the color red. It's associated with the planet of Mars, and it's generally associated with the zodiac sign Aries. So Aries, they always have the red ruby or the garnet. I don't think garnet, but ruby as your stone. And Archangel Uriel is also known as the fire of God. So the archangel you might work with when you're working with the ruby stone is Archangel Uriel. So if you guys had to think of something in your life that you wanted to bring in the red crystal for, and these are just a few, there's so many out there, but you know, how do you think you would use it? You know, I mean, if you're in a group, you might want to think about strategy sessions, right? And you want people first exhibiting or expressing their intentions, like open them up, giving them the courage to speak. So things like that. You know, sometimes you can use it in a grid. I will cover crystal grids in another meetup, not today. But you can use the red stone when you're really looking to ground yourself, but really have the passion and the courage to move forward with your intention. And I think I covered this in an earlier meetup, but when you have any of your stones, you want to hold them as we did starting this session and open it up with an intention, right? You're putting your personal cellular message into that stone. And remember, these stones are not, some are artificial, but most of everything I work with, I try to, you know, that it's naturally formed in the earth. These are all crystals from Mother Earth. So in that, you're working with natural energies of the earth, just like you work with dirt and soil to fertilize your plants, you know, and to give them good nutrients, good nutrition. Every single stone carries a vibration. So when you charge it, that's what I mean by charging, is setting an intention, is making sure that you are focused on what you want to have happen. So do you guys have any questions on red stones right now? Okay, good. I'm going to move on to orange stones. And orange stones are probably, I love the color orange. I have for many, many years. And orange is all about creativity and manifestation. And, you know, it also includes science and logic, but it's also still an action stone. It's that color, it's that pizzazz that opens us up. So crystals that, again, here, carnelian also comes in that beautiful orange color. That can be helping us to quiet our anger, but it's also a grounding stone. It's also a strengthening stone, but it really brings out self-expression too, because not many people like orange, right? We don't wear orange as often. And you know, it's like the women say, oh, it's not my color, or it is my color. Me, I love the color orange. It's vibrant. There's a sense of vibrancy to orange, you know, a fearless energy so that you can express yourself of all that you are. So it's opening to your heart. And an orange sunstone, especially, these are great stones to work for in the summer. Why? Because we have more sun, right? They're beautiful. I mean, all that strength coming from the sun. So think of orange crystals working in the summer months. Of course, you can use them year round, but orange sunstone just increases your happiness mood, right? Just like the sun does. You get out in the sun, you take a walk, you feel better. And it not only improves your positivity, but it also can release some negative energy, that negative self-talk that I often see in my coaching clients. It's like, oh, wait a minute, is that real? Right? It's called false evidence appearing real. It's like, oh no, I can't do this. Wait, where did that come from? So pull an orange sunstone and say, you know what? I need to carry you for a couple of days because I've got too much mind chatter going on that's really marginalizing me, right? Nobody wants to feel marginalized, right? So that's a great sunstone to work with. And really, if you are in a strategic planning session or planning your life for a big move or just changes, you know, you want to bring about some creative thinking, the orange sunstone is great for that. Just put it on your desk and say, or put it on wherever you're working and say, you know what, I want your energy to help me flow, you know, with my creative flow of thoughts. Orange calcite. Calcite's also great for bringing joy and clearing away out some old ways, meaning old patterns. take a look at what am I normally doing? In my coaching sessions, I might tell clients just one little step you can do differently is drive to work or drive to some event a different way that you might normally do. Because we get in the car and we drive just by rote memory, right? Oh, I'm here already. How many times have we always said that? So sometimes by using orange calcite helps you clear away your old habits that really maybe don't serve you as well today as they might have even 6 months or 2 years ago. I mean, shoot, after all, we went through COVID. We're kind of a new person today, after the past 3 years. We learned how to isolate, and then we learned how lonely that is. And we learned, like, how do I go back into the world? So orange calcite's good for that. Orange agate is an emotional stability stone. If you find yourself really labile, moving up and down on your emotions, it can offer you a little bit more equilibrium and balance so that you're not I don't want to use the word scatterbrained, because you're not scatterbrained, you're focused on something that's going wrong as opposed to what could go right. And when you focus on what could go right, that's your coaching tip, is it balances your emotion so that you don't have to be so hyper reactive. And, listen, sometimes a reaction of hyperreactivity is needed, required, but most of the time we're not being hunted by tigers, right? It's really something in our head that is like, and you don't really have to respond so, so much with our emotions. And frankly, it just screws up your adrenal glands, going up and down and things like that. So physically, if you can stay a little bit more emotionally balanced, this is a great stone to help you do that. The orange crystals are also an element of fire. They're in a tarot card. You might affiliate them with their correspondence to the chariot. A chariot is you're holding onto the reins. If you know anything about those cards, or they've let go of the reins and they're just moving fast, right? It's like, oh my gosh, I'm heading somewhere. So you want to make sure your intention is set. The sun, of course, is a fiery card, and also the Empress, where you want to take action. You want to stay focused on where you're going. So the planet, it's associated with Saturn. Saturn is a fiery type of energy around it, and also, of course, the sun. This is really the second chakra, whereas the red crystals are more root chakras, the first chakra. It's affiliated with Leo, the lion, that big boisterous personality, that energy. Some of the archangels you might want to work with are Archangel Ariel, are like the lioness of God. And then also Gabriel, an angel of harmony, beauty, purification, joy, the spirit of truth. You want to be able to speak your truth and express your creative thinking so that the person really captures the essence of the message you're trying to send, right? So I'm going to move on to yellow crystals. I think orange crystals gives you an idea of maybe how to work with them in terms of either your emotions, where are they at? It can have different intentions, obviously. Each stone you can choose can be focused on your intention. That's the most important with each of these, but they'll hold a similar characteristic based on their colors. So yellow crystals are really all about optimism and harmony and truth, spiritual balance and playfulness. So if your third chakra, kind of like the solar plexus, is out of whack, it's maybe you're not having fun enough, right? You might need to carry some crystals just to help remember, be in the moment and play. How can I make playfulness in whatever I'm doing? I'll tell you a little secret. Years ago, that in the corporate world, I was in a meeting, I was totally bored. Honestly, I was bored. And I sat around this big boardroom table, and you guys are gonna laugh, and I applied this is privately, obviously, otherwise I might not have had a job. I applied each person at the table as a cartoon character. But you know what? I wanted to play. I was listening to the meeting, but it's like my mind was going. And so it was I injected my own playfulness into this meeting with a very professional face, but I could see Boris and Natasha, in the meeting. And then I could see the roadrunner, beep, 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 somebody tapping up and all the time. And I could see, Bullwinkle. And I mean, the old cartoons that, nobody young even knows about, or Mickey Mouse or Pluto, just to give me something playful to do, so what I'm saying is the Yellowstones are all about playfulness, all about opening up a sense of happiness and joy for you. So some of and now citrine is really a high energy level stone. It attracts wealth and luck. It's also known as the merchant stone. So if you want to bring in clients or customers or even bring people to you, use the citrine in your pocket or in your hand, or even put it by your front door. It's like, I want more people welcoming me, come to my house. It really increases the flow of commerce for people and you can often see it at some of the stores next to their cash register. Put it in your wallet, in your little, like a little citrine stone in your wallet, things like that. Yellow tiger's eye is also an abundant stone, but it's also grounding and healing and bringing objective grace to a problem solving issue. If you want a little bit of objectivity to kind of look at a problem and help you resolve it. So sunstone, again, it's an abundant stone. It helps increase your independence. Just think of how you feel free at the beach and just that free independence of going anywhere you want on the beach. It brings opportunity, inspirations, good luck. It is a good luck crystal. It's high vitality and then just a total enthusiasm for life. So sunstone is just a fun, playful stone to work with. Now, amber gets a little bit more serious in that it's very energy healing and it draws toxins out of you if you're dealing with dis-ease in some fashion or form. Think about carrying an amber stone. They're very small generally. You can buy them big, but I recently just bought a small one. It's really an opportunity to connect with your ancestors, to hear their messages and carry what they've got to send you for a message to carry you forward. But this stone is a natural purifier of negative energy, transmuting it into positive energy. So if you feel kind of down, like I said, alone or down, carry the yellow stones, and amber is a great stone for that. Just to feel like you've got an entire connection of those who've crossed over already to be in your corner. And yellow calcite is a beautiful stone. It boosts immunity. It helps transmute also negative energy into positive ones. So when you think of yellow stones, your intentions might be, you know what, I really want to feel happier. I want to feel more joy. How do I do that? Sometimes we don't know how to find our own joy. So we need something to kind of help us along the way to say, oh, let me pick up a few yellow stones. So some of the, in a tarot card, you would think of the card sun, that is, everything is brilliant. It's out there. It's time to live big. Archangels, Uriel again, and it's often, associated with the season of summer. It warms when it touches, when it's touched to generate your positive energy. You can just feel it being ignited with your touch. So, and it's also associated with the Aquarius zodiac. So we're going to move on to green crystals. And that really represents a renewal, a growth, a healing, also joy and abundance. And abundance in terms of money, it's green, right? It's our color of money, but it helps us with adaptability, our emotional intelligence, and embracing unity. that we're bigger than just ourselves or just our community. We're bigger in terms of the world, the people that we come in contact with touches others. So green stones really help us connect with others in a bigger way. So some stones here might be malachite. Malachite is an incredibly powerful stone. So when you hold it, you might not want to hold it for very long, or you might, it might feel overpowering. It is a stone of transformation. It is a magnet for positive energy. So I love this. Sometimes they come in pairs, malachite. Green aventurine is a lucky stone. So if you're really trying to bring in more money and abundance, this is a stone to carry. Moss agate is another, it's really Mother Nature's energy stone. It restores your vital energy. So they used to do studies on the circadian rhythms of people, and you would find women most often had their circadian rhythm lowered, like between 3 and 4, and whether that's all hormonally driven or the time of day, I don't know. But you might find that moss agate can carry you through that tough afternoon that you have to get through. Peridot is this really pretty, generally small, it's like a lime yellow green. And there's so many variations of hues in these colors, like the reds, the yellows, the oranges, the greens, all of them have dark and light. So I'm just going to cover them in a generic basis right now. And as we move further into the meetups, I might get into more definitive hues of a certain color so that you can understand so much more about a particular color in stone. But peridot is a light green, and it's a light positive energy, also helps with abundance and helps with your alignment toward moving into more abundance, right? You have to match your energy to bring in the money. So make sure that your peridot or peridot, however, I think it's peridot, how people pronounce it, is really a stone to help you with your alignment with that. Chrysoprase is a pretty stone. It's all about manifesting joy and optimism. So it really can cut through toxic emotions and opens your heart space, right? Because when you think about this is your 4th chakra, that's your heart chakra, opening your heart to like, how do I want to look at something with peace and joy? The element is wind on this one, and the planet is Venus, all about love, growth, and Jupiter, growth and abundance. So right now I learned, I'm not an astrologist, but I learned that Jupiter will move into retrograde from today through a couple of months. But it doesn't mean that we can't have abundance. It just means we're more discerning in how we attract it, right? It just means to take our time with any dealings that we're going to be doing contractually. But in a tarot card, this might be the 10 of Pentacles. That's the wealth card. It's like, woo, I've got money coming in, woo. In terms of lovers, that might, it might be a lover's card in tarot, and temperance offering you a sense of balance, or the, Archangel Shamuel is the eyes of God. So he might be one who is really offering you a balance of love and things like that. Raphael, Archangel Raphael is the healing archangel, and you might identify with healing, the malachite stone for healing, or even the emerald, which is a dark green. And the zodiac sign is with Taurus. So I think that's the emerald is the stone for Taurus anyway.
Was that emerald we just talked about?
Uh-huh.
Thank you.
Emerald was with the affiliated with Archangel Raphael, if you wanted to bring in an archangel when you're working with them. So and blue stones is really all about your throat and the communication. It's your 5th chakra. So there's, again, various shades. The light blue can be more calming influences. The darker blue are strengthening your communication and your intuition. So as we move up to the higher chakras, We move out of our fight or flight zones of chakras and moving into the more spiritual affinity of higher learning, higher connection with our guides or God or goddess, whatever your belief system is. Turquoise stones are, you might affiliate with Archangel Sandalphon, who is known as the wise counselor for people and carries over our prayers to heaven. So some stones in the blue category are always probably most commonly known, the lapis lazuli. It helps with our mystical magic, it boosts our self-awareness, but it also is known as a stone to help you communicate and articulate your message with clarity and give you confidence in doing that. It's a stone that is a darker stone that can help you open your third eye. So if you even wanted to lie on your bed or lie on the couch and put a lapis lazuli on your third eye, right there between your eyebrows, it can help you open that to a higher realm and seek more messages. So a lighter stone, a blue lace agate, again, a gentle communication. Again, it's all about your voice. It's a crystal of harmony. It really brings harmony with you and others. So it's interesting because I'm wearing dark blue jeans and a light blue and white top. It's kind of like I'm channeling both, to help me speak so that I get the message across and that it's received well, but also a calming sense of influence. So I didn't plan that. It's just, that's when serendipity comes up. A darker stone might be one you don't know about too much, is sodalite. And it really helps with your creativity as well and self-expression and balances our rational mind. So we can get so analytical and so in our ego mind sometimes that we forget about the essence of the universe and the role the universe plays in our life. So sodalite is a great stone in balancing that energy and our self-expression. And one stone that I love is kyanite. It's a light blue, generally in strips, not necessarily a circle stone. It's generally found in strips. You can buy it small or large, but you can carry that, especially right now we're in Mercury retrograde, to act as a blockage to communication issues, a blockage to transportation issues, to technical issues. Kyanite is great for mending fences and building bridges. Kyanite, it repairs those disputes. So when you think about Mercury retrograde, it goes hand in hand with that, just carrying a kyanite, although they're highly breakable. So be conscious of where you put them. Some of the archangels and things to think about with blue stones are Archangel Raguel has a light blue, pale blue essence of color. When you connect with that archangel, and he's known as the friend of God. And of course, the deep sapphire that we think of blue is Archangel Michael, and who is a Libra, known in the Libra zodiac sign, and is also our warrior, right? Who protects us from things. And it's interesting when you think of Michael and sapphire, but I think of kyanite in terms of mending fences and building bridges. I think they work kind of hand in hand. And also Archangel Sandalphon, who I mentioned earlier in turquoise. The blue is associated with Mercury, combating losses, Mercury in terms of communication, and also Jupiter in terms of expansion. The card you might attach or correspond to in tarot is Michael. And the Justice card, Archangel Raguel, to create things with a sense of fairness and balance. The element is air, so we can also get into our mind. That's why the blue stones are often, we're thinking about what are we going to say? What are we going to do? How are we going to interact? We're in our head. So it's an air card, and it's obviously the fifth chakra, the throat chakra. And people who speak a lot, who are on stage or who are actors, who are professional speakers might carry a blue stone to help make sure that they're enhancing their personal energy with the energy of the universe using a blue stone. Moving up to your third eye, the purple is really about mystical magic, more creativity, intuition. This is really an intuitive color, wisdom, peace, and transformation. So as you move away from the mundane of our lives, like making money and security and all those things, those are the grounding stones, the root chakra, the solar plexus. We move into the purple stones, like amethyst has multiple uses. Amethyst can help you with your intuition. It can help you sleep at night. It can help you bring calmness. And it's also an abundance stone. So amethyst is almost the well-rounded stone. He's your well-rounded buddy. When you say, okay, I need to sleep better at night. I have an amethyst next to my bed because I tend to not sleep well at times. And so an amethyst carry in your pocket when you're thinking about adding abundance into your life. It's all about your intention when you're charging a stone. You might charge one stone, an amethyst, to help you sleep and reach calmness at bedtime. But you might charge another amethyst to be in a grid or in your pocket of stones with, say, the citrine, amethyst and citrine, and stones like that put together for increasing your abundance. So it's really, the power is always within you. So make sure your intentions are clear in how you use them. It's almost like giving a little child, not that the stones are children because they're thousands of years old, millenniums years old. They're from the earth. So, but you're connecting with it with an intention. You're instructing it. This is how I'd like to work together with you. So lepidolite is also a natural purple stone. It's a natural antidepressant, and it's a very soothing energy. And sugilite, I think I mentioned this. No, I said lepidolite. Sugilite is a very nurturing energy stone. It supports with your healing, any heartbreak, emotional challenges. So when you think about anxiety, you might want to think about carrying a sugilite. Tarot card might be judgment and temperance, where you want balance. It is also an element of fire. It's the sixth chakra, the violet and indigo rays, Archangel Michael, and also Archangel Zadkiel, who carries the violet flame, or the seventh rain, it's known as. And the zodiac sign it's affiliated with is with Pisces. So I wanted to go on to white because when I start people in meditations, I always ask them to bring in the white light from their crown chakra. This really is stones that are milky white or clear, purity, peace, higher thinking, helps you with mental clarity and decision making. It's really, as I said, connecting with your crown chakra. So you might want to think about a moonstone. It's female energy, it's feminine energy, and it helps with igniting your inner power and new beginnings. So if you're at a place and time in your life where you have starting new beginnings, you might want to carry a moonstone with you. White calcite is really a stone for softness and forgiveness, whether it's forgiveness for yourself or for someone else, making sure that you connect with that energy of surrendering and not holding in or holding on to that anger and hatred, maybe, and those heavy emotions. Quartz, clear quartz is obviously the higher vibrational energy quartz. You can get clear quartz, Lemurian quartz. There's so many quartzes out there, but it helps balance your emotions and harmonize and let go of things. So selenite, I use when I can use it as a charging plate for my crystals. It's often a spiritual, increases your spiritual energy to connect with your higher guides. right? When you're working with guides and working to connect and communicate with them, you want to raise your vibration in order to have them lower theirs a little bit to meet ours. And apophyllite is a beautiful white stone. It's releasing energy, finding enlightenment, making sure that, you can just take off some energy that might be too much. I wanted to add back to clear quartz is that it's also a master healer stone. It's an amplifier. So yesterday I did a reading for someone for a birthday, and in that the clear quartz was at the top of my quartz, chakra level, and I did drew cards around it and things like that. But these stones, the apophyllite, the moonstone, and the clear quartz are very often connected with spirit energy. So like when you want to connect with your guides or God, a goddess, whatever you believe in. The moonstone is Cancerian energy. So if you're Cancer, it's a natural stone you might feel an affiliation to and an affinity to. The planet is the moon. It's also the tarot card might be the high priestess. What are you not seeing? The moon is illuminating the shadows of your life and giving you an opportunity to look beyond, look within yourself. The zodiac is Cancer. The element is spirit or water. And the archangel might be Haniel, and where she just brings about so much beauty and peace. And it can be considered in the Wiccan, religion that you might use it in the autumnal equinox that we're coming up on, and maybe a Mabon, Sabbath or Samhain. There are different holidays for those, but it really covers, all of the root chakras. What I didn't cover today, and I covered in one of my prior meetups, were the black and brown stones, which are really grounding. So for me, just to tell you, I use selenite to ground, especially on meetups like this. So I have a little selenite plate underneath my feet right now. I'm holding my rose quartz to share my love with you and my information. But but when you want to think about grounding toward making sure you're grounded with your intentions, you want to bring in a brown or a black stone. And I won't go over that today because there's so much to the brown and black stones. But it's an opportunity to use them all. And we have someone coming in. But those are all the colors of the stones right now. And hi, Dana. Welcome. I'm just finishing up on all the colors of the stones, but you'll be able to hear the replay on YouTube or in your mailbox. And I do want to let you know, I'll put in the meetup, if you want to join my newsletter, because I cover crystals a lot in my newsletters. And I'm offering a workshop on, it was the energy of the blue moon that we had last week, this beautiful full moon. And we only have a blue moon like once about every 20 years. So they really are rare. 2 full moons back to back. And so I covered what does the blue moon mean? And it really is about transfer. There were 7 energies affiliated with it. So for the next 7 weeks, I'm going to have a workshop that covers in detail how to reach your inner self, how to transform, how to work with your higher guides, intuition, how to, that's a paid, it's not a meetup, it's an actual workshop where I'm going to teach you how to get clear on things. But I'll put that in the meetup information as well. And so with that, I just want to close today's, well, first, before I close, ask you if you've got any questions about a particular color of stone and working with them.
I wish you could see mine so you could tell me what they are.
Oh, well, you know what? You can always connect with me. And, and there's also an app you can download that says, I think it's Rockhound, that helps you identify your stones.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And there's, always be conscious of where you buy them from. You want to make sure that they're mined as humanly as kindly as possible. But with that, I will hope that you've gotten all those beautiful colors in your entourage of stones to carry with you and keep at home. And I didn't go over feng shui with where to put those stones in your home. That'll be another meetup. But so much to cover in color and placement and use of our beautiful crystals that Mother Earth gives us. So with that,
Thank you.
oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I want to close this beautiful sacred circle and thank you for attending. Thank you for coming back if you choose to. And thank you for listening to the messages of the stones and the colors that they share with us in this beautiful array. And take the information with you and guide yourself, guide your light, your message, and enhance it by using a stone that will only help you reach greater success or higher heights to your goals. And with that, I bless you. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week.
Thank you. Thank you. That's so great.
Thanks, everybody. Let me know if you need anything. I'll post my sign up for my newsletter and the information about the courses if you want to join that, the workshops. And hopefully I'll see you next week.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, you guys.
Bye.